Hey viewers, welcome to another game of the Casual Pro Gamer. As you can see, I got LoL Replay to work once again, thanks to one of my viewers giving me an excellent tip. And yeah, we're going to do Master Yi today. And Master Yi is going to be, I'm assuming, a normal Master Yi, even though I do have the weekly challenge this week for AP Yi. And yeah, he's going boots first here with I think it's 3 health potions. And do they actually have a jungler? No, they do not. The enemy team doesn't have a jungler either. And Teemo seems to be AFK for the moment. So, that's all you need to know for now. So Master Yi is going bottom lane. And yeah, I don't know, he's just running around a bit. So Master Yi is one of the cheap characters in the game, and he is really nice to play, and when he's fed he's really annoying for the enemy team. That is basically the problem people have with Master Yi. If you feed him, if he gets a lot of minion kills and a lot of kills early game, then you are so strong, or he is so strong, that he can kill the whole team, and that's exactly what a carry should do. And yeah, people just don't understand that even though it's only right clicking on whatever you want to kill, and it takes no skill to kill a whole enemy team when you're fed, it does take some skill to farm up early game, because you're a melee character, and you do have Elf Strike, which is, by the way, the first thing he leveled up here. And Elf Strike makes you partially ranged, and it can also help you get up to enemies, so without actually having to walk all the distance. It does have a nice range to it. I don't know exactly what range it is. Anyway, I'll start with the skills this time, because as long as nothing happens, I can get that out of the way for now. So this is the range. It's actually quite nice. First of all, double strike is innate ability. Every 7th attack he attacks twice, and that really is just an increasement of damage. There's no real way to abuse that to attack enemy champions, or even you don't want to do that. But yeah, it's just additional damage, and since he is all AD based, you can really use it to increase your damage, basically. Elf Strike then. Elf Strike is kind of a multi-target spell where you jump to your first target and then you strike, I think 7, 5, I don't know. Oh, in this case 4. So you start off with 4, and I think it levels out at 7, but I don't know. We'll see in a minute. Well, in half an hour probably. You strike a number of different enemies after that, up until you reach the maximum. And I don't know why this Nasus is still alive, because he could have easily taken it out. I don't know. Anyway, the Elf Strike does some extra damage, and yeah, it is one of your main skills if you're farming early game against ranged champions, and they get 2 easy kills because the enemies want to kill them, but well, they do not have the damage necessary to do so. Teemo, of course, shouldn't have come in there. He should have tried to poison them and at least use the blinding dart on them, because against 2 physical champions, blinding dart is the first thing you pick, always. Even if you're going AD Yi or AD Teemo, the first thing you get against 2 of these physical damage dealers is the blinding dart, because it allows you to negate one of the damage dealers, and that is awesome. So the meditate then. That's going to be well, the Alpha Strike and the meditate are going to be your main skills if you're doing APE. And AP or meditate is just a heal basically. It takes 5 seconds and you heal for level 1 140 damage. Well, health. It is very nice, you get additional armor, so you can also use it if you're being ganked and your teammates are a few seconds away. You can use this to increase your armor for a short while and yeah, survive that way until your teammates arrive. And then if your teammates arrive, you can start attacking and deal the actual damage you need to. Yeah, this is not very good. Oh, is he going to get this guy? Well, at least he gets the Teemo back, which is good. I mean, that's a good trade because Teemo just got a kill, and that's another 300 gold. So it's nice. That means you're going to get some better items, because it doesn't matter how often you die. Well, except for the fact that you give gold away, but for your own champion it only matters how many kills you get and how many minions you get. What the enemy does really doesn't matter at all. So even if you get killed 20 times, if you get 20 kills for that, it might be a good deal. Because in the end, as a carry, you want to get fed, you want to get as much gold as you possibly can, and if you have to sacrifice yourself every now and then, that is fine. So Wuju Style. Wuju Style is for the AD Yi, a very important skill. It increases your physical attack damage, and that's all it does. You can activate it to double the damage for 10 seconds, but then for the next 14 seconds you're not going, or 15 seconds, you're not going to get the bonus at all. So basically you're sacrificing the long-term effectiveness of your champion to get a boost in short term. And are they actually going to pick off this? Yeah, easily. He was already shopping, you could easily tell that. And you should never ever do that. You should never go shopping before your champion actually teleported back, because that's what happened. This is just such an easy choice, an easy mistake to make if you're new to the game. And yeah, you see how easy it is to pick someone off who's already shopping. And yeah, I know the high level players do that as well, but the high level players keep an eye on the minimap, and they know if they teleport here that someone is going to come after them either from the bush here or just through the tower, because as long as the minions are attacking, are in range of the tower and you're not drawing tower aggro, yeah, he's dead. As long as the minions are well, are in turret range and are drawing the tower aggro, you can just walk past it and just well, take your time until you reach the enemy champion, and then once you attack him you will draw tower aggro, so you need to finish the kill as quickly as you can. So Nessus, as you might have noticed, has a big slow. That is his main thing. He has a Q that he charges up, and he has a slow, and this thing really doesn't matter, just don't stand in it, that's the only rule. But for the rest, yeah, not too much trouble laning against him. You should prevent him from farming with his Q as much as possible, but yeah, there's not a whole lot you can do about that, because a good Nessus will farm up anyway. But yeah, I don't know. It's you should really not tower dive against him, for example, just like the Lee Sin did, because he has this slow, and Lee Sin wasting his flash there, that wasn't even close to being a valid use of flash. I mean, Nessus was still full health. What were you going to do? Like, do 300 damage to him and then nothing. So now it would have been a valid flash, and Now he didn't need it, obviously. So Teemo's dead here as well. Very nice job. Teemo, of course, shouldn't have overextended like that. If you see your tank going down, you should retreat with both of them and not like this. So anyway, the ultimate, which ties in a little bit too well with all of the other skills, because that's the problem with Master Yi. Everything... Oh, wow, that's a lot of damage. And he doesn't even have anything. He has attack speed, and that's it. So that was a whole lot of damage done by Pantheon there. Anyway, Master Yi's skills are so well tuned, just like old Rises were, that it is really overpowered, because other champions don't have that. Other champions don't have the synergy between the skills that makes them, well, so incredible for a short amount of time. Anyway, his ultimate gives him movement speed and attack speed. You cannot slow him after he gets the ultimate going. So slows that are already on him will still work, will still do the slowing, but after he activates it, you cannot slow him anymore. So you cannot apply new slows. Basically, with the attack speed and movement speed, if you get a kill while using your ultimate, really nicely done there, and this Nessus is probably dead as well. Unless they... yeah, indeed this would be a valid flash opportunity, but he cannot get the Elf Strike off. No, Elf Strike, come on, do it. No, he doesn't. And he gets killed by the turret. That is very unfortunate. He could have, I think he could have killed that by closing the distance with Alpha Strike. And maybe even because there were 3 minions walking behind him, and you get to hit 4 targets, which means if you get lucky, you get 2 hits on the champion and you kill him immediately. But if you target the champion first, you will end up next to the champion after the Alpha Strike finishes, because in the end of the Alpha Strike you're going to be exactly where next to the enemy you started hitting, so you basically the one you targeted. And of course enemies can use that knowledge, because if they see where you started, they can actually use that to throw an AoE effect at that location, but normally it's more of a benefit to Master Yi himself instead of his opponents. So getting a dragon here, which is excellent, and yeah, that gives them an additional like 200 gold a person. I think it's 190, but yeah, that's a lot of gold to give your whole team. So Master Yi has a zeal and is building another one, it seems. And while we see them killing these two, because there is no way... oh, and this guy's dead as well. So really nicely done. It's fairly easy to get these skills with Master Yi if you know how to press all of the buttons on your screen or on your keyboard at the same time, because you basically just do use E and R at the same time, and the Q to close the distance to your first champion, and then you just right click on whoever you want to kill. And because your ultimate, if you get a kill or an assist, reduces all of your cooldowns, with a kill you get all your cooldowns back, with an assist you get half your cooldowns back, and Master Yi is going to kill this guy now. Although he doesn't have any mana health regen, so no lifesteal, and you really need that at Master Yi, because you don't want extra health. But as you can see, you only have 1100 health at level 8, which isn't a whole lot. You can easily die to anyone that prevents your lifesteal, or in this case if you don't have lifesteal. So you really want to have a large lifesteal item, and either additional attack speed or attack damage really doesn't matter too much. Too much attack speed will be well, it gives you diminishing returns basically. It's not really useful anymore after a certain amount, and yeah, you really need to watch for that, because your attack speed is not based, so the additional attack speed, in this case 20%, is based on your original attack speed. So you get 20% based on the first attack speed you have when you are level 1. And yeah, so you may see that the first 20% is an actual 20% if you get it at level 1. But then the second one, compared to what you already had, because you already have 120%, let's just take that as an example, it's not 1/5, it's 1/6, and then the next one is 1/7, and the next one is 1/8. So you can see that the increase in attack speed is relatively smaller. Absolute, of course, it's the same number every time, but yeah, it's always relative. It would be awesome if you got 20% on the original or on the actual attack speed. No, taking 2 tower shots and save, for example, for now. But without the lifesteal, there is no way to. Oh, actually getting the kill there. Really nice. Thought he might have healed up, but didn't choose a mana or a health potion or anything like that. And there we go. This is the meditate. As you can see, without the AP, doesn't do too much, and you really need the lifesteal to keep yourself alive. And Pantheon is now defending here, and as long as they don't attack him, they don't draw the tower aggro. And there we go, take him out. This Lee Sin is doing a great job, and Master Yi is also doing a good job. I mean, no doubt about that, but he really needs some lifesteal to make his character actually work in these situations. The Lee Sin does have lifesteal, so he can actually afford it to run in like this. And is he actually going to get out? Yeah, Yi really needs to walk here, because the Lee Sin, and that's one of the more complicated things about this game, you need to know what your allies need. So if he runs just in front of the Lee Sin can actually teleport to him, because one of his skills actually gives him the ability to teleport to a friendly unit, and since Master Yi runs faster than Lee Sin, you can use that to help Lee Sin escape. And that would have been awesome, and that is the difference between, well, the okay players and the good players. Because the good players will actually realize that, will stand in the range of the Lee Sin skill and will help him get away. Because you know, as Master Yi, you're going to get away no problem. Especially if you have your ultimate up or your ghost up and you have level 3 boots. There is no way that anyone can catch you that way. So Master Yi healing up once more, going for some additional critical strike and attack speed, and going for the Phantom Dancer. And still doesn't have any lifesteal yet. If he if he really is lucky here, then one of his teammates will get a Stark's Fervor and will actually give him the attack speed aura. And yeah, with the oh, not actually getting the kill there. Wow. Yeah, he could have easily gotten that with Highlander and just running after someone. Because you get the cooldown on Highlander back, so That's not even a waste. And are we going to... yeah. Teemo obviously falling really fast, and this guy is dead as well. Don't know what he was doing, but yeah, here's the problem with no lifesteal. He really needs lifesteal. He could have prevented, well, this death at least, so. But still, they got a 3-for-2 trade. Still okay. As a team, that is. And by now they're pulling ahead a little bit. It's 19 to 15. For those of you who cannot read the numbers, I'm not actually sure if they show up on the screen and they're readable. Yeah, this lane and this lane really have a lot of experience in them. And someone should pick that up. Going for yet another Zeal, it seems. It is kinda crazy going for this amount of movement speed and attack speed. You really need to have some damage and, more importantly, some lifesteal. Because of the diminishing returns on well, on the attack speed. So Teemo putting 2 mushrooms here. Yeah, don't do that as Teemo. The mushrooms don't stack. The damage on it is poison, and poison effects in no game ever made stack. And of course there's someone putting a comment down now of a game where it actually does stack. Yeah, that was horrible. Face checking with the Yi and getting blinded by Teemo there. Yeah, you should really try to stay in the clear with these kind of champions, with the carry champions in general. And he probably has egg up. Yeah, no problem. So left with about... oh, very nice. That is an excellent ultimate. Yeah, so these 4 mushrooms could just as well be 1, maybe 2, but 1 is sufficient. Only this one would be enough to get this. These 2 should be 1, and if you count these, so these are 3, 4, this was 1, so 5 mushrooms that totally didn't do anything, are totally useless. If you put them on the rest of the map, you could ward the entire jungle. I mean, that's 5 mushrooms. You can. This is a good spot, and this is a good spot, and well, I guess here's a good spot, and here's a good spot. So you can ward the entire jungle with just. Okay, now he's going to place another one. No, fortunately. And this is also not a well placed one. You need to place it in the middle of the lane, especially here. Here it's the smallest. So if you place it in the middle, they will always hit it, and as I said, they don't stack the damage. So whether you hit 1 or 25, it doesn't matter. It gives you the same amount of damage and the same amount of slow. And I just think that yeah, that's a horrible wall. But I think that many people just don't read up on their champions. And finally he has some lifesteal, and you can immediately see the difference, because he actually stayed alive through that. But he really needs to go back now. And I wonder what he will go for with the Vampiric Scepter. Because, well, you have a lot of choices. You can go Emblem of Valor, which is my personal favorite, into Stark's Fervor. But you can also go for, well, the Rigger's Lantern, which is also good because of the free wards. And yeah, you can of course go the other favorites of many champions, the Bloodthirster, which is excellent. Of course, the Bloodthirster, yeah, you should use it if you're not about to die after every kill, because otherwise you are charging it up continuously instead of having it charged up and yeah, just using it for what it does. It does add a little bit of damage, so for this Master Yi I would definitely say go Bloodthirster, because the additional attack speed from Stark's Fervor really isn't worth it, and giving the buff to your opponents, so the Lifesteal aura, that would be good, but yeah, since you cannot really use, or well, you can use the attack speed, but it is not really the best thing ever, because you already have so much attack speed, and it doesn't really work that way. So some minions took out 2 mushrooms here. But as you can see, no mushrooms in the bushes here. There's a ward here, there's no mushrooms. There's no mushroom at Dragon, there's no mushroom at Baron. Those are the kind of free wards you want to have, and this guy is keeping up with placing his wards, so that's excellent work. Getting the free wards from your Wriggles Lantern is so important, because that makes that it pays for itself in the end. You need to place, I forgot the number, mushroom from enemy Teemo, and that's an excellent spot to put a mushroom. And with the Elf Strike actually actually kill stealing that. No, it wasn't actually kill steal, because well, he just attacked, and yeah, although it was the last hit and he hadn't done any of the previous attacking, it shouldn't be too much of a problem. And well, of course he can use the gold pretty well. Oh, is he going to survive that? Yes, he is, at about 50 life. Nice job. That was a nice job. So I'm assuming he's healing up, yep. And hopefully he will build this and do something useful. But if he's going for Bloodthirster, otherwise he would have bought something. But the BF sword is 1650, so he is going to have to get some 400 more gold, 200 of which are going to be free from Dragon. So only 200 needed, and that should be no problem. Because, well, here's still a camp, and well, there's plenty of minions around the map, but especially top lane is completely deserted. As you can see, there are still some champions near the bottom lane. Nope. All alone there. Nobody's going after him. Nobody's going to help him. And Teemo running into enemy Teemo's mushroom. And are they actually going to get something here? 2 kills for 1, and there we go, 3 kills. And running out, very wise. So by now, has he enough money to buy the Bloodthirster, I'm assuming? No. At least the BF sword then. Oh, he's not going home. Okay, sure, why not? Yeah, he cannot really run in at half health, so he will have to wait for someone to initiate the fight. So, for example, the rocket grab from Blitzcrank, or one of the mushrooms from Teemo. But yeah, there's only one place where they can actually run into that. But he can also just wait for some meditates. And is he going to kill this guy now? It seems like a good idea. There we go. Come on, use the ultimate. Not using the ultimate, not using the E. He could have done a lot more damage there. I mean, the E is 60% extra attack speed. That's huge. So, yeah, that would make his attack speed... I don't know, where is attack speed? 1.74 it is now. So it would add another 60% to that. But that's off his initial attack speed, which is about 0.6. So that would make his attack speed about 2 attacks per second. And it levels out at 2.5, I think. I'm not actually sure if there is a maximum, but there's always talk about the maximum of 2.5. But I never get that many attack speed items because it is just useless. In the end, you're just throwing money at something that doesn't need increasing and is really not a good thing to increase. And this turret is going down. Because Teemo is not going to be good enough, I'm guessing. Indeed. But he might pick up the kill, only, well, don't know where Master Yi went. Oh, he's still here. He's just chilling, doing nothing. Tra-la-la. Come on, go do something, dude. I don't know. I don't know what he was waiting for. Anyway, ignoring that, and yeah, his teammates are are in a little bit of trouble. One of them got killed, the Blitzcrank, and now Anivia too. He could have easily gotten there if he just ran out instead of just standing there. And already 3 mushrooms here. Someone should really tell that to Teemo, because, well, I always do. They're never happy about this. 3 mushrooms here, so that's another 3 mushrooms that he could have used to do something useful. And now, of course, as you can see, Master Yi is so fat that, I mean, with so many kills, that is that he doesn't have any trouble getting the kills. And yeah, the same will go for this guy Lee Sin with 13 kills, but 50 more minion kills. And yeah, they are going to kill just about anyone. And Lee Sin is picking up his double buff here. So he already had the red buff, now he takes a blue buff with that. And all in all, that is going to be a massive amount of damage coming out of these two. But by now it's 42 and 28, so there's not really a whole lot the enemy can do. So actually getting a nice kill there, in cooperation with, I think it's Blitzcrank. Yeah. Just wanted to make sure that it was actually Blitzcrank. So Master Yi here just farming up because he is a little bit behind on minion kills and he could really use some more. Of course he doesn't need the gold by now. He should really go shop. He should have gone shopping after that kill, but yeah, for now he's doing okay. But he is now going there. And so Wuju Style, oh yeah, I think the last part would be meditate. Yeah, meditate really not usable for AD, or not useful for AD Yi, because AD Yi just lives off Lifesteal. And I think that it's still better than Alpha Strike, but Oh, they actually reduced it because it's up to 4 enemies. I'm pretty sure it used to level up with the level of master or of the number of skill points you put in there. So basically the skill level, that would be the word. Actually surviving at 40 health. Yeah, Yi, come on, get this turret down. Ultimate, E, and get this turret down. I haven't seen him use his ultimate too many times. Oh my god. No, jump over the wall. That's just sad. That makes me so sad. Should have jumped over the wall and ran here. You should know that. Anyway, taking too many tower shots, not killing the turret in time, and then getting killed because he didn't want to use his flash. He should have immediately flashed over before Ezreal got there, ran here, and just ran all the way back to somewhere safe. So anyway, they're going to get another dragon here, and oh, he bought Infinity Edge and nothing with additional lifesteal. He really needs lifesteal. But yeah, I guess Yi by now with so much damage that it really doesn't matter what you do. Not a whole lot that can go wrong. Let's watch this. But yeah, this game has been over for quite a while. I mean, being 18 kills behind is not too much of a big deal, but all of the kills have gone to these two guys and Blitzcrank, I guess, but mainly Master Yi and Lee Sin have these really incredible amounts of gold, and I mean Blitzcrank has a large amount of gold but doesn't really do anything. Yeah, this is bullshit, of course. Less IP and XP. For each game you get a flat amount of IP and XP, but who cares about XP? But you get a flat amount, and based on the amount of time the game takes, you get some additional. But if you just start a new game, you get the same flat amount again. Really nice. So that was an easy kill, of course, but yeah, the flat amount makes up most of the game, most of your IP. So starting a new game and actually having it finished like 18 minutes already, because you can surrender at like 20 minutes. Then it takes you about a minute to find a new game, so I guess you would be at 17 minutes now. That's almost enough to finish the second game, and you get the same flat amounts again. And the time-based amount will be the same as well, except that you lost 1 minute of well, matchmaking time, I guess. So really, if you're this far behind at 20 minutes, just surrender, because you're not going to come back. If Master Yi is this fed and you don't have any real CC on your team, because that is the problem here. Nessus has a slow, which doesn't work if the ultimate is on. Pantheon has a stun, but yeah, that's a very short stun. Caitlyn has, well, her traps, I guess. But her traps really, yeah, you're not going to walk into those as Master Yi. So it's really a circumstantial stun. Then Ezreal has nothing, and Teemo only has a slow from his mushrooms. And I guess Teemo is still the most viable here, because he has a blinding arrow, blinding dart. And the blinding dart still does something against Master Yi and Lee Sin, or Lee Sin. But they don't have the CC that is necessary to to finish this. And Anivia hasn't been doing too well. No, 5 and 7, which is acceptable, but it's not great. It's definitely not great. What kind of items does she have? She has Thornmail. Whatever. So Anivia is out of this game, basically. And yeah, they're going to pick up the entire team here. Finally using his ultimate for something. But is he actually going to get a kill? Yes, he is. So apparently used a Highlander to get an assist there, so only half of the cooldown was reduced. But it's already back up, so that's okay. Yeah, you really should pop your Highlander before you get a kill like this, because it helps you destroy the turret, destroy the inhibitor, and it makes everything go faster. You don't need to save it to just get a champion kill. You can also use it to get a turret kill, because turret kills are worth a lot of money to your team. And yeah, there we go. And yeah, now you're just wasting wasting time on your ultimate, I guess, because it's not recharging, and you don't need it to escape at this point, because, well, as you can see, they're just going to clear this up. And finally we get a kill on the Nexus. So it's an okay game. I'm still looking for a more balanced one, and someone who actually buys some more balanced items. But it was a nice game to watch, and I hope you enjoyed. So please rate the video, and I'll see you next time. GG!